Howdy, welcome back to Dion Talk. In this video, I want to explain to you how I think the book 15 Conversations with Real Estate Millionaires can help you, and why I recorded the Audible version that was just released on Audible. It was fun to record. I mean, not as fun as coming out here and recording videos on slides to help people learn how to invest in real estate and make work optional in 10 years or less, even if you're not starting from the best position. But while I enjoyed it and it was fun, it took a lot of time and a lot of self-education because Audible is very picky on how their books are recorded, how the settings are in your recording settings. I recorded the first couple of chapters and had to redo them. Did all the editing myself. Finally got it released. So I want to say thanks to Michael Zuber for letting me be a part of doing that. But here's why I wanted to record it. I reached financial freedom in about between 8 and 12 years. Around the 8-year mark, I was reaching financial independence, where I started to make more money passively from real estate without having to get out of bed than I was making when I was a police officer. In 2008, I had been laid off from a police department because of the housing crash. You know, when there's a recession, cities aren't making a lot of money, so they lay off a bunch of police officers. And I found myself at 40, a single dad with 3 kids, and found out about $89,000 in bad debt in my name that I didn't know existed until the divorce. Around 2018, I'd been investing for around 8 years when I finally figured out how to invest and what I was going to invest in. And while I had reached financial independence, where I could stop working, I wasn't financially free yet, there's a difference. But at financial independence, that's when I found the book, One Rental at a Time, written by Michael Zuber. It would have been a lot easier for me to reach financial independence and financial freedom if I knew that there were people who did it the way that I did. I had 2 examples of people who reached financial freedom by investing in real estate. One was my brother, who has 10 paid off rentals and retired at 50. Another was a friend who has about 30 rentals, and he retired at 55, financially free. But both of them invested very differently than I did. My brother used a home equity line of credit on his house to buy properties that he then fixed up and paid off the home equity line of credit and rinsed and repeated it 10 times until he had 10 paid off rentals and retired at 50. When he found out I was using mortgages to buy my properties, he called me an idiot. Actually, he called me a moron, which is our familial word of love. Imagine the doubt that creates if your example of somebody who reached financial freedom is calling you an idiot for doing what you're doing. For those first 8 years, I had a lot of self-doubt. So when I found the book, One Rental at a Time by Michael Zuber, a lot of that self-doubt went away because I realized there was someone else who reached financial freedom doing what I did. Literally, one rental at a time. Properties from the MLS, using traditional lending. The problem I had, I did a video where I critiqued the book, and I said I really liked the content, I liked the format, I liked the writing, but I used to be an avid reader. I used to read 1 or 2 books a week, and then life happened. Single parent with 3 kids, working full-time with a side hustle, trying to invest in real estate. There isn't a lot of time to read, and if you have a life that's like that, when we do get the time to read, you're probably wiped out. So I am an Audible reader. I have over 500 titles in my Audible library. I've listened to over 400 of them. So I purchased One Rental at a Time, the Audible version. And it was a struggle. Michael Zuber had that book created with the Audible robot voice that sometimes puts the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable, and it's really hard to listen to. So when Mike came out with the book, 15 Conversations with Real Estate Millionaires, I realized how impactful this book can be for most people. Mike and Olivia's story, their one story of a 15-year journey to financial freedom, buying one rental at a time, impacted me, gave me that confidence that it actually took for me to retire, quit a really good job that I liked because time freedom won out and I had the confidence in my investing strategy. So I figure out of 15 conversations with 15 real estate millionaires, there's 3 or 4 stories that you can identify with and that can help you. But if that book is released on Audible with a robot voice, which costs over $5,000 to do, there's a chance Mike would never release it on Audible. There's a chance you wouldn't enjoy it and finish the book. So I took the time to learn how to record an Audible book, to put it in the right format, to use the right settings, to learn how to read out loud into a way that I'm hoping sounds better than a robot voice. So I'm hoping that me recording this book gives you a chance to buy it, to listen to it, and again, hopefully a voice that sounds better than a robot voice. No promises. I'm also going to be giving away a couple of Audible versions during my live streams, which are Tuesday afternoons at 4 p.m. Pacific, where I answer questions. And someday, I might record an Audible version of one rental at a time and see if Mike wants to replace the robot voice version that he has on Audible.
But not today.
Do me a favor. If you get a copy of the book, please leave Mike a 5-star review because that actually helps him. Until my next video, thanks for coming to my Dion Talk.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.